So in this February 2024 update on the latest credit card news and offers, I've got a brand new boosted welcome offer to tell you about from American Express, and also a pretty decent offering from Asda Money as well. But before we get into those, a quick update from Sainsbury's Bank. I know many of you may well have a Sainsbury's credit card or potentially a loan or a savings product from them. There is going to be what Sainsbury's are calling a phased withdrawal from these financial services market. Now, what that actually means and when it happens, we don't know. It could be they stop doing things completely and everything just disappears. What is more likely is that they follow the model they've already got with their insurance products, at least on some of the things they offer. With the insurance products, they don't actually do them directly. They actually go via third parties. So it could be that we see them do the same thing, which is what we already get with the likes of John Lewis. Their credit card isn't provided by John Lewis, it's actually via New Day, and previously it was with HSBC. So it could be something along those lines. Don't know what that would mean for you though, because it could be that you automatically transfer it to the new credit card, or it could be the bit of a mess that we had when John Lewis did that transfer to the new providers, where it was all about people had to reapply and stuff. Again, we don't know that information, but again, it's something that could well be happening. If you are an existing customer, nothing's going to change just now. So if you've got one, you can keep using it as you have been, and you'll be getting the same kind of rewards or benefits as rates that you already have. When they know what the change is going to happen, obviously I'll give you an update. So again, no need to worry too much about existing products. If you are thinking of applying for one, then I wouldn't do it. Not just because of this change that's on the cards at some point, but also because there are so many better cards out there, whether you're looking at 0% purchases, looking at balance transfers, or the main reason I guess people get a Sainsbury's credit card is to earn Nectar points on their shopping. And my view on these Sainsbury's credit cards and Nectar credit cards is they've never been worth it. The points you can earn can always be beaten by other cashback or reward cards in the market. Most notably of all of them, the American Express Nectar credit card, which will earn you Nectar points, but more Nectar points. So if you spend them in Sainsbury's, why use a card to get extra points from Sainsbury's credit cards where you don't get much, when you could go use Amex and get more Nectar points? You're not going to be stopped from using an Amex in Sainsbury's or many other retailers. So I personally wouldn't go for it as a new applicant. If you do want to look at the market for some of the other kind of reward and cashback cards, obviously plenty of content at becleveryourcash.com and videos talking about it on our YouTube channel as well, so you can find more information about those different options there. Now, speaking of different options, it leads us on to that first deal I want to tell you about, and this could be a good one to consider, particularly if you already have an American Express credit card. So this is a new boosted offer from American Express on the British Airways Premium Plus credit card. There's also a boosted offer on the British Airways American Express credit card, but we're going to focus here on the Premium Plus, because I think that's much more worth going for. This card normally gives you 25,000 Avios points when you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months, which is okay. But when you consider the fact it has come to a £250 annual fee, it kind of wipes that all out. So it's not really worth it. Yes, if you're collecting Avios, you might really want to get those points, but personally, it's not one that I would be looking at on a normal basis. However, until the 20th of February, if you apply via the British Airways Executive Club, we'll come back to that in a second, that bonus is doubled. 50,000 Avios points on that Premium Plus BA Amex. That obviously can go towards flights if you want to use it towards flights. I've told you guys before that I'm not always the biggest fan of using Avios points towards flights because it gets quite complicated, and often you need a huge number of those points in order to take advantage of the cheapest fares, and also stops you shopping around looking for maybe sales and promotions of different airlines. But you could use them like that if you wouldn't wish, or if you're not thinking, I'm not interested in this, so I don't collect Avios, you can convert Avios points into Nectar points. If you convert those 50,000 points that you earn, plus the points you would have earned from the spending at $3,000 in 3 months to trigger that bonus, same conditions there, £3,000 in 3 months to trigger the 50,000 points. Then those points all added together from that initial spend adds up to £363 in Nectar points. Now, it does come with that £250 annual fee, but it does mean you'll get a profit here of about 113 quid. Now, that is not to be sniffed at, and it's particularly not to be sniffed at, and this is why I particularly like this promo, is because most of the time when you apply for a new American Express credit card, you are ruled out if you already have an Amex in your name the last 2 years. So you get your bonus once, and if you want another bonus, you have to cancel that card and wait 2 years. There are 2 exceptions to this. The Platinum card, which we covered last year when there was a bonus, and this one, the British Airways Premium Plus credit card. The only cards that will rule you out from getting the new welcome bonus on this one are either of those 2 British Airways Amex cards. If you currently have either of those cards or have had them in the last 2 years, and sadly you can't get this boosted welcome bonus this time. But if you've got the Platinum card, the Platinum Cashback card, the Nectar card, all of those, the Gold card, all of those, doesn't matter if you've still got one of those, you can open up this card, apply for it, and you can get the bonus. Now, obviously, you do have to meet the criteria, the eligibility criteria for the card itself. Do a soft search, as I always recommend with all credit cards. Do the eligibility check, see if you're likely to get it before you apply. And then you might get anything from 0 to 10, anywhere in between. Obviously, there's a chance you'll get rejected, but also a chance you'll get accepted. So you've got to weigh up what you think, whether it's worth it or not. Bear in mind, we've got any other big applications coming up, such as a mortgage or remortgaging, things like that. Maybe best to avoid anything where there's a chance of rejection. But broadly speaking, you apply for this card. And this is something new they added in last year, at least £36,000 salary. If you earn less than that, then you won't be able to get this one. But then you apply for the card, get it, spend that £3,000 in 3 months, get that bonus, which is nice and lovely. Now, if you wish, you can carry on spending on this card. And if you spend £10,000 in the first year in total, you'll also get a British Airways companion voucher, a 2-for-1 voucher, or an upgrade. If you're on your own, you can just use it to get a flight sort of upgrade just for yourself there and back. This one, again, mixed feelings about them. You do have to have, again, a huge number of points often to use them to make them real worthwhile, particularly for long haul. So you might need more than those 50,000 points, but 50,000 is a good start for you. But I certainly would do a bit more research on how Avios points work, how the BA 2-for-1 vouchers work before you spend more than that $3,000 up to that £10,000. Worth also mentioning here as well that £250 annual fee is unlikely you're going to be able to get a pro rata refund on that. When Amex introduced the rule changes that you couldn't get a pro rata refund late in 2023, they kind of backtracked slightly and said, well, we won't introduce that until at least the end of February. We don't know yet whether that is going to happen or not, but I would imagine from the beginning of March, they will introduce these rules. It means you can't get a pro rata refund on the cards. So I would open this card on the assumption that £250 fee, you're not getting any of it back and you are going to keep this for the full 12 months. Obviously, if things change and you can cancel the card within 3 months once you've triggered that bonus and get some of that money back, then fantastic. You'll make even more profit from this, but it's something to bear in mind. Now, I do want to mention there is also a boosted offer on the standard British Airways American Express credit card. This is the free card. This one is doubling your bonus from 6,000 points to 12,000 Avios points. This one, you are going to be ruled out of this welcome bonus if you have got or have had any other Amex in the last 2 years. So this is only going to be for people who are completely brand new and fresh to it. If you are brand new and fresh to it, is this the card I'd go to? Probably not. I would look at one of the other cards, the Nectar card we've already mentioned. That's probably a better bet in terms of getting a better and bigger welcome bonus. Now, I said I'd come back to something very, very important about these two offers, both these cards. If you go directly to the American Express website, you will not see these boosted offers. The only way to get them is to go via the British Airways Executive Club. This is a free loyalty scheme to sign up to. It won't cost you anything at all. And in fact, it's a place where you will store the Avios points that you earn. So you need to join it at some point anyway. If you haven't already, remember, you sign up, you log into your account, and you keep scrolling down, and then you will see the offer listed there. So you must click through from the BA, the British Airways Executive Club page to apply to the card on Amex own website. You must go via that route. And that does mean, sadly, that you won't be able to use a refer a friend link or a cashback bonus from a cashback site like Top Cashback or Quidco. But even with that out of the picture, this is a really good boosted offer. Last one to tell you about is from Asda. And Asda Money, their credit card, normally gives you a welcome bonus for about 20 quid, which is fine, right? But it's not the most amazing amount and not necessarily reason to open up one of their cards. They've got an offer running right now, which is actually well worth considering. This one is going to be giving you 10% back on your spending in the first 90 days at Asda. It is capped at £100, but that is, potentially if you shop at Asda or you can shop at Asda, that is going to be a real nice earner. 10% back is absolutely lovely on things you're going to buy anyway. We all go to the supermarket. Now, there is obviously not a perfect offer. It's a pretty decent offer. But one of the things about the Asda rewards, the Asda Money credit cards, is your cashback. It's easily manageable, but one of the things is cashback will be paid into your Asda credit card wallet. You've got 12 months to then transfer that into your Asda reward wallet. And then once it's in there, you've got 6 months to use it. So again, as long as you make a note to do this, to transfer the points over, the cashback when you've earned it, to transfer it across and then to spend it within Asda, then it won't be a problem. But, unlike most other cards where things don't expire, these ones can. Now, after that 3 months is up, the rate drops down to 1% in Asda spending. Again, that's not a bad rate. It's a pretty decent rate. Very few cards are going to beat that in Asda. But elsewhere, 0.3%, which marginally better than what you see on most cashback credit cards, where you're looking at about 0.2, 0.25%, but obviously a lot less than you'll get with that 1% at Chase on its debit card, or close to or at 1% on some of the Amex cards. So again, I would only be going for this card if you are going to be spending money at Asda, and if you think you're going to be spending a lot of money at Asda in the next 90 days. Remember that £100 cap? That basically means if you spend £1,000 over 3 months, you'll get that full £100. If you spend less than that, let's say you only spend £500 at Asda over those 90 days, well then obviously it means only a £50 bonus. So you really got to think about, can you move all your supermarket shopping to Asda, and how much am I likely to spend to really work out whether it is worth it. So there you go. That is your February 2023 credit card update. There's going to be more information on all of these over at becleverwithyourcash.com. My name's Andy Webb. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these videos right here for more ways to boost your credit card.